All right, Emily Lauterbach joins us here on Wisconsin.golf. 300 par in the first round of the LPGA Tour first stage qualifying out here in Palm Springs. Good round to start with. This is your third try at this. What was anything different about the way you felt today starting out versus your first couple times here?
Honestly, I can't remember. I was trying to remember last night, like what I did last year to help me play well, and I could not think of anything. I was trying to look through my yardage books, but I don't really take good notes or notes really at all. And I was like, well, we're just gonna have to go in and start, taking note on what works and what not, maybe from here on out. But I think I did some good prep here the week leading up to, and I just tried to stay one shot at a time, and yeah.
What was the key to your round today? I know you finished birdie after I saw you dunk one on 16. How did you bounce back from that? And are you to the point now where those things don't upset you too much?
Oh no, it upset me. It upset me. Yeah, I'm an emotional golfer, but try not to be. And I got a little mad, we'll say. I think the first 5-6 holes before that hole on the back nine, I think my furthest birdie putt was 15 feet. I had a bunch of short ones and I missed every single one. And I think I was just getting a little upset even when I was hitting every fairway, every green, hitting it close, and was still even on that 9 up until that point. And then struggling a little with my girls I was playing with. One of them ended up withdrawing. She wasn't gonna break 100, I don't think, but ended up doing that double, kicked myself a little, and then hit it close on the next hole, made the putt, and then the last par 5 was reachable. I had no problem 2-putting for birdie, so that was a nice finishing hole.
Yeah.
Because I was confident on that par 5 because I'm lucky enough to get it there in 2, so.
Sure. Good way to finish.
Yes, very.
But
especially after the double. So kind of like a bogey-free 69.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. So you played with someone who'd never played a competitive round before, and then you get done and you're brushing elbows with someone who I think is won a U.S. amateur, right?
Yeah,
Jensen Castle.
Yes, her, but the other girl, this was her first golf tournament ever.
Okay.
She asked me when we got handed the scorecard, she goes, "We're supposed to keep each other's score?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And I was like, so I knew something was up, and then she said that she's never played, and I was like, okay, interesting. And then she started out really strong, actually. I think she parred the first 5 holes, and I was very impressed. And then either nerves or something got to her, but
yeah,
nice girl. But it was a little struggle out there, and we got a few holes behind and then picked up, so.
But you see all kinds here, right? And you've probably seen all kinds this year on the Epson Tour. What was the first year like?
It was a lot of fun. Probably had a little too much fun instead of the little focused golf I needed. But it was really good experience just out of college. I definitely jumped a little quick from college golf to professional. I never took that time to practice after graduation or do something, and they're not the same at all. That's for sure. I played well at Big Tens, and then my first professional event, I think we played 6,700 yards, which is 500 yards more than Big Tens was.
Right.
So we probably played 62 for that, and I was not used to hitting long irons into every hole and stuff like that. I was so used to having wedges everywhere.
Yep.
So it was definitely an adjustment, but it was a lot of fun.
What was your expectation when you got out here, and what parts met those expectations? What parts were dramatically different
For this tournament?
for the Epson Tour season?
Honestly, I don't know, and that's probably a reason why I didn't play well, because I never, set goals or expectations to play. I kind of just went out there and I had so much fun. I met a lot of new people, but golf-wise, reevaluate that after this tournament.
So what do you feel you got out of it then? Where do you feel you're better now than you were a year ago? And you're back here trying to get back onto the Epson Tour. So what's the, where do you feel, you've made gains?
I know what it takes now. I've talked to a lot of girls that have, been on the verge of LPGA, Epson, gone back and forth. A lot of the top girls over there, a lot of them are full of knowledge and just being out there. I now know what I have to do if I want to be out there, which is great, and not a lot of people that can help me get there.
What was it like doing it with much of the season with Bobby?
It was so much fun. She's a great person to lean on and really knowledgeable. So if something's going off in my swing, I give her some credit for helping me, get my driver under control. Because this time last year, I think this was the first tournament where my driver started going haywire. And I remember the final round here last year, I hit 2 fairways. And it was like that all through my senior year, through Big Tens, my first few Epson events, and I'm traveling with her, and she actually helped a little. Wow.
So that's neat.
Yes.
Little back and forth there.
Yes. And it was fun because she's one of my good friends, and we got to travel together. We stayed together at every tournament, and we got to sightsee a lot while we were on the road. When we were on the East Coast, we went to Long Island and we went to the city, and I think each place we found something fun to do.
I heard you played a fun golf course, Matt Kuchar.
Oh, we played Friar's Head.
Yep.
Down in Long Island. That was...
And you met Matt?
Yes.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun.
And any other memorable jaunts, anything that you saw that you had never seen before? Had you ever been to New York City?
No, I've not. I would not consider myself a city girl at all.
You're a Lake Country girl.
And I am a Lake Country Hartland girl. And yeah, I'm never going to live in a city. And it was fun though.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Times Square was not fun. It's funny because that's the place everyone wants to go when you go to the city, and that was my least favorite part of the trip.
Wow.
But there was a lot of fun aspects about it. My college roommate was there, so I got to see her a little bit.
Okay. Not a golfer?
Golfer.
Who was it?
Gia, Felicia.
Oh, yep.
So she was there when I was there, so I got to see her, which was fun.
Sweet. And then how about, favorite tournament? Was there a tournament that sticks out that, there's one made cut. I don't know if you measure anything on made cuts versus missed cuts, but was there a certain tournament that treated you better than others or that really stood out in the way they treated the golfers?
I mean, there's a lot. There was a lot, and there was a lot of fun ones, and a lot of fun, extravagant dinners. And I mean, I'll bring up one that was fun. When Kate Brody played in, I got to hang out with her, which was a lot of fun.
Sure.
We gambled a lot, which was my first time.
Really?
But she was a regular, it seemed like. But we left in. I started with $30 and I left with $250, so we're good.
Playing what?
Blackjack.
Really?
In that tournament, the only reason we did that was the tee gift was $200.
Oh, really?
In $2 bills. So that's always a fun tournament. The girls love it.
$200 in $2 bills.
Yes, that was the
at
tee
Island
gift.
Resort Casino. Yep. Okay.
And they were like, "Go use it," and we were like, "Okay."
Wow. You ever run to a casino before?
When I was in Vegas once, but I was underage, so I didn't.
Couldn't do anything.
That was the first time I actually gambled. And probably the last. Until next year at that tournament.
Until next year. You hate losing money, right?
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Never.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
And how about, do you measure, how do you, do you put too much stock in your performance the first year of anything? And was this kind of a practice year to for what's ahead?
For sure. I think part of the reason I didn't play the best this summer is just because you're playing for something different, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to perform, and I didn't have the practice like I should because I was traveling so much. And
sure.
So now I know what I need to do on the road and not to put that pressure on me. And I mean, I'm back in Palm Springs and I was very upset about it, but then some girls helped me put it into perspective, and we're gonna hopefully play well the next few days and then get back there next year.
When were you mad about being back here?
A few tournaments ago. Bobby and I had a talk with one of the girls on Epson, and she was actually LPGA and then lost her card to come back to Epson, and she was like, it's humbling, but like, and she just had a lot of good things to say. Made me excited for this week.
Do you remember who that was?
Sydney Clanton.
Okay. So that is perspective. And even though you've had a couple runs at this, I mean, a lot of people are here year after year after year. So it's, you know, I mean, there's some that are here 15 years. I mean, that's not what you want.
And it's my third time, but it feels like it's like the first almost. Even when I've been here last year.
First out of college.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a big deal.
First time as a pro.
First time as a pro. That's right. Very good. What do you? How about now with a 69 under your belt? What do you know about Indian Wells? And then if all goes well, you'll play 2 rounds back here.
What do I know about Indian Wells? You know, I played a practice round there. I have some lines off the tee in my yardage book. I think it's a gettable course for sure. It's a lot different than here, but the views were great, so
okay.
hopefully it's good.
All right, Emily, thank you very much.
Thank you.